Inspired and tired, that's the gist of our podcast. Inspired, but we're tired. Should we create or should we take a nap?
Create.
Nap. We should definitely nap.
Chase, we're doing the show.
That's right. Of course we're doing the show. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah. Inspired and Tired with your hosts, Chase and London.
Woohoo!
That's
We
a
are
really good
here.
intro.
Is that your first time hearing the song?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did it
Glad you liked
inspire you or
It
tire
did
you?
inspire me.
Perfect.
It inspired me to take a nap. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
This who you're listening to right now is our guest today. A very, very, very funny stand-up comedian, content creator. I mean, a plethora of credits that I'm gonna let you share.
Well, just share the David Diamond Hands one.
But is starring in the TikTok series David Diamond Hands. That I'm also starring in.
Hello.
Get out of town.
Ahmed Al-kadri, everybody, aka Ahmed Loves Bread.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Oh,
you
we're
guys.
so
happy.
happy that you're here. Thank you so much. Any room you're in, you light up. You bring energy.
That means a lot.
This
Chase.
room's lighter than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stop.
we're back with Inspired and Tired, a podcast about creativity and how to unlock blocks and just
Unlock
move forward
blocks.
living
Yeah.
a creative life. And
Good.
I feel like you are the perfect one to be here as our guest.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I feel very honored to be here. First and foremost, I gotta say, nice to finally meet you in person, London.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
Oh
I
my,
mean,
come on. Well, the first time, when we were helping you film that, what was it? Film the interview where you're FaceTiming with her.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
In Austin?
that was you.
Yeah. So I'm filming her behind the camera where
Yes.
you have to pretend that you're on the FaceTime call with her for that show, that
we
Amazon show.
We filmed a pilot for Amazon about
Did it ever
London's
get picked up?
Not
It's
yet.
still-
Fingers
it's
crossed,
still-
baby.
it's still going.
Fingers crossed.
Are we even allowed to talk about it?
Why
there might
not?
be an NDA.
I mean, I just filmed one segment of
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
It was a vital pickup segment that made it in.
Did it make it in?
I think so.
I think some of it
think
made
so.
it in. Yeah.
So,
Good job.
yeah.
But yeah, like London said, this podcast, for those that are new here, and for Ahmed, this is a podcast on creativity, and we've been following the artist's way. We've been going through each chapter. Have you ever read that book?
I'm on chapter 2.
Are you really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I haven't been. I need to be more consistent with the writing.
With the morning pages.
It's
With
the
the morning
hardest
That's the
part.
hardest part.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm really impressed. I didn't know
Mhm.
you were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
we're
done
on-
it before?
We're on week
No, it was
5.
Reem. Shout out to Reem. She gave me the book, and then I got into it earlier this year, and then I stopped.
So you're on week 2, but you've been doing it for 5 months. That tends to be what happens.
Yes.
And that's why London and I have done the artist's way. I've done it every 2 years since 2012. So this is like my 6th or 7th
lot of
time
time.
doing
Okay.
it. But a lot of times I've started and never finished. So it's very hard to like actually go through the
Yeah.
whole.
So we're here to encourage you to keep
Thank
going.
you.
Keep
You know
pressing
what?
forward because it
I'm going
works.
to. I'm going to. You know, it is tough since we're on the theme of creativity, it is tough because, as you know, we travel a lot now.
Mhm.
And like, it is hard to be creative because in order to make a living from creativity, it's all about the business aspect of it, which is not
so beautifully said.
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I've mentioned this before, but like what I loved about Kevin Hart so much was Kevin Hart, as like unlike other stand-ups, was he wanted to be good at this as an artist, but he wanted to be successful at this, and he approached stand-up as a business because this is a business. We're
Yeah.
all looking at-
Unfortunately,
We're all
it is.
we're all looking at creativity like as an artist, which is true, but a lot of people who are successful are not that creative, but they see it as a business.
I know. And the problem is they're two completely separate skills.
Much different things.
Being a businessman and being a creative
Correct.
are like, they do not go hand in hand.
Correct. And I've been getting better at churning it off and churning it on. Like now, like when I'm doing the road, I'm getting so, or just in LA, you're getting so anxious over like, I need to promote, I need to do ticket sales, I need to do this. But then but now I'm getting better at like, okay, an hour before or 2 hours before the show, I'm not worrying about promoting or any business aspect. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just literally me and my notebook and my laptop, and I have my set list. And I'm like preparing.
It's only 2 hours before you give yourself
an hour. I say 2 hours, but it's usually an hour before. And I'm preparing all my set list, what I'm going to do, all that fun stuff.
Well, this
and
is
I'm,
actually
rehearsing.
interesting. I have a follow up. Do you like knowing? Okay, I have a show next week. You won't worry about it until the hour before.
No, I'm still like doing my thing. Like I'm still getting on stage when I can.
And practicing.
Right. Do I have any shows I have a show Friday, but I mean, I just landed from Dubai. So like I'm giving myself some permission. I landed on Monday, but you're just like me, where I'm like, I got to work. I need to get to work.
Yeah, like I'm behind.
Yeah.
How do you deal then with like scheduling your time? Is there then specific times of day that you're like, this is my business time and then this is when I'm creative? Because you obviously have that before the show.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, I just work by the week. I work around it. So for example, like today I was like, okay, I was supposed to go to the gym this morning, but I overslept, jet lagged.
What can you do?
Right. So I had my podcast, and then I'm doing this, and then I have sometimes I give tour guides. So I'm doing a hike tour. So that would be my workout essentially.
Definitely.
And then I have some like content creating stuff I got to do, like look through footage and stuff. But what's cool is there's a fourth wall where you go in, you do an hour, and I have some new material that I just want to work on. So I get in there, and that's like my hour. So like I work on before I get on stage, I do my 5-minute set, then I get off stage, and then I'm just like reviewing that set list, trying to get.
What do you mean you do an hour there?
No, I said I do an hour. Sorry, it's an hour of my time that's blocked out.
You do your 5 minutes, and the rest of the time you're writing as the other comics are on stage.
Yeah.
Fourth wall.
That's amazing.
Sorry, I
was like, I didn't know you could do.
You're not doing an hour in fourth wall. No, sorry, I'm an idiot. You're not doing an hour. You have fourth wall. It's an hour blocked off, and then 10 comics do 5 minutes.
Yeah, and
so it's like a very set.
Anytime a newer comic asks me where to go to open mics, at least in LA, fourth wall, I would say, is everyone's answer, because you sign up ahead of time. You know you're getting up.
Yeah.
And exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And your schedule, that was a big day.
That's
like,
a big day.
I gotta say, that's a lot.
Honestly,
really? That's a short day for me.
Oh my! So you do all those things?
I do this plus more sometimes. Yeah.
How do you do this?
I keep going.
Well, you want to hear my day?
Yeah, sure.
I woke up. I had a writing session from 8 to 12. I drove here. I'm going to have 2 podcasts. I drive back home and have another writing session till like 9 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a day.
That's still a good day.
And see, talking about the business and / creativity, my day, being my own business, I had to deal with tax things.
Yeah.
And you don't think when you go into being an artist that like having your own LLC and having to deal with like those sorts of things. I was on the phone trying to get through to the IRS for like 40 minutes to ask a silly little question that most people would know how to answer, but I have no idea. And it's really the hardest part. So you really got the nail right on the head with that one.
I think I'd love to spend at least a chunk of time in this episode talking about the like dealing with being a creative, but also having it to be a business.
I will say I grew up in a Yemeni American household, so there was no way when I graduated from high school, there was no way I could be like, hey mama, baba, I want to do comedy, right? So I just Googled best degrees to get a job with, and accounting came up. I was like, fuck it. I'll just
Oh,
be
you're so lucky.
So I was like,
I always wish I had a minor in accounting.
Wait, that when you Google best degree,
I swear to God, this
No
is
way.
I Googled best degrees to get a job with accounting came up. I was like, and I literally thought, khalas, I'll just like, oh, sorry. I was like, okay, I'll just.
What's halas?
Halas is just like, okay. or
Okay.
whatever,
Yalla.
like,
Thank you
let's
for
go.
translating.
Yalla means come on. Khalas is just like, khalas, okay.
Khalas.
Okay.
You know, khalas, like it's done. Khalas.
Khalas.
Okay, let's. So I was like, khalas, let's just. let's just. I'll just get my accounting degree, and then I'll get a job from it. And I had like out of college, I had like a $45,000 salary, whatever. But it was a, you know,
It was
had
a job.
That's
I had a
amazing
job.
to me.
Yeah.
And like since college, I moved out when I was like 22, like right after college, and I paid for my own bills and I did everything myself. And there was no way my parents couldn't like get mad at me for doing comedy or get mad. Okay,
Because you were supporting yourself.
right. But listen, my Arab parents, they weren't like your typical like helicopter parents, like you have to do these things. But it was more like, you know, it was more like, let's be practical here. And I get it. Right. Like it's like, listen, like you can't feed yourself with stand up, you know. So I got my degree and I was an accountant for so many years. That's why like I've had this like business mindset, you know.
So
getting
smart.
into, but like accounting by day, comedian by night, and I loved it, you know, being a comedian at night, because as soon as I get off work, as soon as 5 o'clock's hit, dude, didn't even think about work.
That's the nice thing
Not
with an
at all.
accounting job too, is you don't
You're
have to take it
done.
home with you.
Right.
Is that just me assuming?
No, it depends. No, it depends on the
Okay.
company. No,
Oh.
for me, no, I didn't take it home. with me.
Okay.
Other people did. I didn't.
Accounting just seems like so
Listen,
easy breezy.
listen.
It seems like a great 9 to 5.
Listen, now that I was a like staff accountant. I did like private equity or like different firms. I never did a public accounting. And I will say this, I will confidently say all my accounting jobs, I could have gotten fired. Like I wasn't like the greatest accountant, but I did enough work to, but because of that structure
Yeah.
from like all these jobs, it made me like, I mean, you've seen my laptop. I think I showed you my spreadsheets. But I have a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I measure like all my stage time. So I'll put the date, how many minutes I
Yeah.
did, the location I did, and if I gotten paid. And then sometimes I'll put like how much expenses, like how much travel.
That's
and all
incredible.
That stuff.
That is
So, like,
such an accountant
so
brain.
accountant
Right.
of you.
Whoa.
So, yeah, it's how I excel. Like,
Oh. Well, one thing for me that since I didn't know anything about accounting, when I did start my own business, I've had a bookkeeper right from the start, because I know that that's something I can't do myself.
Right.
And I know how valuable it is, that I'm like, I am sending this to someone else to do so that I can free up my time to do more creative things.
That's beautiful, and that's something I've been trying to get better at. And fortunately, like I have like these two people. I have Andy, my assistant, and Ann, my editor, and
You're
those are
like
two
a
things.
real star over here.
I'm
I mean,
Those two, they're Ahmed's angels, and
Yes.
they've been like, because it's like I know I'm not the best editor. You know,
Yep.
so she's been Ann's been helping me with my podcast, and they both do more. Like they help me, like they even give me like different ideas to, you know, step up my game, because it's nice to have like a second opinion on things. But and then Ann helps me with like everything else, and like I wrote the things that I don't want to do. You know,
Like,
and
I
then-
don't want to be the one editing. I don't want to be the one
Non-negotiables,
this. I
right?
don't want to do this.
Exactly. Write the things you don't want to do.
I don't want to do my bookkeeping.
Mhm.
Yes. And then, okay, hire someone. Okay, I got lucky with them too. They were breadcrumbs. They're breadcrumb fans.
Those are his fans are
My-
called breadcrumbs.
Ahmed loves bread. My fan base is breadcrumbs or
Mhm.
This is
breadheads.
too
And,
cute.
and
Well,
these are
those
Ahmed
two,
Angels.
yeah, those two, they're purebreds. But and
What does that mean?
just a play on words.
Oh.
Wonder Bread.
Okay.
Yeah, Wonder
okay.
Bread. And I'm the Wonder Bread.
There you go. There you
But-
go.
But those write the things you don't want to do, or like all the bullshit, and
I don't
and
want to answer emails. I don't want to respond to DMs. I don't want to.
exactly
Post.
keep going, yeah.
I don't want to promote my shows.
Yeah.
This is
Keep
getting
going.
to be a long list.
So no, this is good. So then hire someone overseas to do it because you pay them less.
Oh.
We're
Because the
speechless.
currency.
We're London and I
Are speechless.
So if there's an app called I think Favor. There's a couple apps. I'll send it to you later. But you could hire someone from like the Philippines or hire some, and you could pay them at like a pretty good rate for you, and it's a great rate for them because the currency exchange is different.
Wow. This is great because we can't do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
We
I
just
think
can't.
that's part of the like business and creativity. Like there's certain things that you are good at, like your spreadsheets and everything because of your accounting background. But like the things that you don't want to do that are hard, outsource. And as we've just learned, if you're on a budget, you can hire someone from the Philippines.
Exactly. And they do a great job
Okay.
because Filipinos are the superior race. And
Okay.
that's just my opinion. And but great. But also like just learning from the past of like of not just outsourcing your work, but like learning to communicate of like what exactly you want from them because they want to do a good job. You know, people who want to or who are trying to help you, you know, so you got to learn like exactly communicate at their level and don't expect people to communicate at your level.
Okay.
Definitely.
And just tell them like this is how I want it done, this is how I want it, like and tell them like anyone who's ever like helped me with anything, I go, here's my number, call me anytime, text me anytime.
I feel like a big part of this is though like when I used to edit all my stuff, the reason I didn't hire anyone is because like I trusted my
like you feel like you can do it better than anybody else.
I felt like I could do
and
it
it's hard to
better,
delegate
and
sometimes.
it's hard to, and I know you've had a tough time
Definitely.
feeling like giving control over because
Correct.
it's like you know what you want so
That's
well.
and that's still okay. That's still fine. Just don't be afraid of giving your own notes. And it's your job as the director to say what exactly you want. Now, there's some like, okay, Quentin Tarantino, he's the type of director that like he gives the actors freely. Just like, you know, say my lines, obviously, but then the way you act it out is whatever you want. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And
I
they're
didn't know
more
that about him.
I'm just giving examples. Like Quentin Tarantino is more of like the actors do what they want, and he's more about how exactly he wants this shot. You know,
Yeah.
how they
Yes.
exact like or Martin Scorsese, I think is similar to that, where it's like the acting, he's not more particular on the acting. He's more because he trusts the actors to do what they do best.
Yeah,
He's more of like the exact shot of the way the scene is.
totally.
While some other directors are more like, you know, they care about the shot, but they're very like developing, like, no, I want you to say this line exactly
Yes.
how, like, they don't give the actor as much creativity or whatever. So it's your job as a director to tell this editor, like, and I do this a lot with my stand-up clips. Like, when it comes to sketches, I edit them myself. I know exactly how I want them. But with stand-up clips, it's like, it's not that I kind of cut it myself. But when it comes to, like, the blowing it up, the coloring, the titles, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do these things.
Yeah,
So I send it to an editor,
and
Daniel.
Ahmed Angel.
His name is, well, he's also an Ahmed's
Oh, okay.
angel. His name is Daniel. He helps me with the stand-up clips.
Mhm.
He's the same guy that does Sammy's clips. So if you see, we have like
Yeah.
similar style. And I tell him, and if he would be like, what do you think? And I'll be like, oh, can we cut it this way? Or can we move it that way? Or fix the subtitles?
And do you feel like it's like an investment in yourself? Because sometimes it's so hard to feel like I don't have a lot of money coming in for me to like outsource.
to outsource so many
But
things.
it's like this just like faith you have to have in yourself that it's going to pay off.
Correct.
It's like this blind faith.
Correct. And to be fair, I work like an animal. So that's why like even though I'm a full-time stand-up comedian, I still do bike touring and hike touring gigs. Well, one, I fucking love it.
I know,
It's
that's
so much
so
fun.
Which is
awesome.
so great.
What a
just
fun
switching
job
it up.
that you found to work with this schedule.
And this goes on along with the lines with creativity. So my job, I don't even call it a job, but like my job is basically I go to Hollywood. Like after this, I go to the Hollywood sign. I meet up some people. I check them in. I'm making them laugh as we go
You
along.
must be the most fun tour
He
guide.
is.
Like, how lucky are these people to get you?
Yeah.
Like, Oh my gosh.
Pretty good. I'm pretty good. And I'm making them laugh. And then I take them, I'm guiding them on the hike. I'm getting my workout in. And then at the end, I make them laugh and I get my tips. And then usually the cash tips and everything goes towards like things that I need to like invest myself. Like, for example, like I'm saving up money to buy a new camera for stand-up.
Yep.
It's always reinvest in yourself. That, like Mr. Beast, that y'all have heard of him.
Yeah.
The YouTuber.
The reason why he blew up is because all the money he makes, he always puts it back into his business.
That's so smart. And like, before we just jump on from your tours, are there any jokes that you say like every
let's hear
time
some good
that you
questions.
just know is gonna get a
It's
laugh?
just gonna get them.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Before I start my bike tour or
Okay.
hike tour, and I go like, I get on my bike and I go, oh, before we begin, guys, make sure if you have an Apple Watch or Fitbit to go ahead and turn on and log in your workout. Scientifically proven, if you don't log in your workout, you don't burn a single calorie. Very easy. Very easy.
Gets 'em
very
going.
Very family friendly joke.
I think it was your delivery
The-
though. That
Yeah.
was the strongest.
Also, I'm great. I'm great at I've had a lot of practice. But I do.
I'm
But-
great.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm awesome. No, I've had a lot of practice with it, and I'm having a high self-confidence day. Usually, I'm like,
that's
usually
what I
I'm like
like.
this. I'm a piece of shit. I'm
Sometimes
ugly.
we have low confidence
But
days, but I love that
The
it's
dads love the joke. The
'Cause they
mom-
all have
the
Apple
mom-
Watches.
Yeah, the moms love it too. And then some, depending on like as we go along with the tour, like I know, I could get away with saying these kind of jokes or that.
As you get a feel for their personalities.
Yeah. I have a joke bomb before. Like I had this joke. So in Beverly Hills, not a lot of people know this. In Beverly Hills, under the City Hall's museum stuff, there's still some underground oil rigs. You could still there's still oil in Beverly Hills. People don't know about this. And in front of the Greystone Mansion on Doheny Road, you could still see some oil like coming off from the ground. And I tell them about the underground oil rigs, and I go, but the city doesn't have permit to like dig fully deep, because what's the point of taking oil here when you could steal it from the Middle East? And
I could see how that could go both ways.
see the producers laughing. London's like this.
Well, we don't know if we're allowed to laugh. I think those are
Right.
ones where people don't know
See,
if you're
the
allowed
two
to
white girls are like, oh, but the producer's like, this is hilarious. Hilarious. So certain jokes that like I'll do, but I have like a couple pocket jokes, or I'll just improvise. And also I get them to come to my comedy shows.
Look at this businessman.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Because they're visiting, they're out of town.
Yeah,
They want
and
to
if
come
I'm
see
in there,
stand up.
I go, where are you guys from? Oh shit, Philly? Okay, I'll be there July 6th.
I mean, this is a great gig.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect for me.
How long have you been doing it?
Since last August. Yeah.
Okay.
It was right when you quit
It
your
was right when I quit
job.
my accounting job, and then I was getting money through Instagram for posting reels and stuff. But then this was right at like a month later. Instagram I was getting paid like a little over $1,000 a month, and they changed it to like $200-300. Like you were getting
Wow.
nothing.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't just me. It was like all these other creators, and we were just getting fucked. And then I was like, oh God, like I'm doing all these spots, and I'm doing some headlining gigs, and it was like I just started headlining, and I don't know about Facebook ads and other marketing tactics to do, so I'm not making that much money. And then thank God, Emily Browning, she like referred me to the job. She was
Breadcrumb.
like, yeah, she's also a breadcrumb. Everyone's a breadcrumb in my life. Yeah, hey, guess what? Breadcrumb.
Yes.
Can I ask just a quick question? Someone asked me, I think it was Josh Potter,
Mm-hmm.
where does Ahmed Loves Bread come from?
It just rhymes.
Oh,
Does
it
it?
does rhyme.
Because so in
Does it?
I didn't know
I
either.
don't know.
so this what happens.
Ahmed
Loves bread.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It
When you say it
rhymes.
like that, it definitely rhymes.
Right. I just I used to be my Instagram used to be Ahmed Al-kadri.
Hard to spell.
Now imagine me getting lost. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram, Ahmed Al-kadri or Ahmed Al-kadri. And I didn't have Ahmed Al-kadri. It's Ahmed Al-kadri with 3 I's at the end. It was just
It's
like
just tougher.
it was so hard for people
people
to
to
find
find
it.
you.
And then Mike Eshak, he's Mike from Detroit, and he goes, just do Ahmed from Dallas. And I was like, okay. So I was Ahmed from Dallas for a while. But then I started picking up on TikTok and Instagram, and people just thought I was in Dallas.
Right. Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So I was like, no, I'm from Dallas, not in Dallas. And it was just confusing for people.
It happens for me with my name's London, and so often people are like, "Oh, I thought you were based in London." I'm like, "Oh, my name is London."
Right. Right.
They go, "Oh, I thought you worked at Chase Bank." All the time.
Oh, so confusing.
Anyways, so then it was like when I hit around 90,000 on TikTok.
No
And-
big deal.
No big deal. Look who we're sitting
When did
next
your
to.
TikTok really blow up?
Is this 2020?
I want to say 2021.
Yeah,
2021.
20
Okay.
no late 2021 when I was like, oh shit. I'm
And
like
now you're at
freaking
what? 600,000 or more?
620.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm at first I'm like I
Big
need
deal.
to hit 1 million, but on TikTok it doesn't matter.
Well, then you hit 1 million, then you're like, I need to hit 1.5 million.
That too.
And
that
then,
too, but
you
also
know.
like TikTok, no matter how many followers you have,
There's
Like-
still a way to go viral.
well, there's still a way to go viral, and there's no like connection with the fans unless you go live. And I try to go live more frequently.
Mhm.
But like I'll have like 600,000, but I'll have consistently getting more views than a guy with 3 million followers. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it's hard to like.
The engagement.
TikTok is weird.
It is.
But
Ahmed loves bread. I
yeah,
got you
so
off
then,
of it.
So then I put Ahmed. I first put like Ahmed is dead or Ahmed this.
Oh, you
Ahmed
really wanted the rhyme.
I needed something catchy.
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
just put, and then this is true. While I was looking, I was eating a bag of Hawaiian rolls.
Oh.
Just pop him the
I
rolls.
love, yeah,
Yeah.
I could just eat Hawaiian
You love
rolls.
bread.
And I was like, Ahmed loves bread. All right, I'll just put Ahmed loves bread, and then it just fell into it. The people who liked I was live, and then my fans were like, dude, we should have like a nickname for us, the breadcrumbs. I was like, oh, I love this. And then I go, the breadheads, the purebreds. Ooh.
Oh.
And then my
Ooh.
gay fans were like, what about the breadies? Because baddies, breadies.
Oh.
And then my Arab fans are the khubzis.
Well, I don't get it.
Khubza is bread.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's the khubzis.
Okay.
What was
The
another?
puns are just endless.
Endless
So many
bread
puns.
puns.
Yeah.
Right. Any gluten-free people can go fuck themselves. No, I'm just kidding. If you have Cialis, I'm sorry. Cialis?
Celiac.
Cialis?
I think it's Celia.
Celiac? What?
I think Cialis is like one of those
Liver
commercials.
Cialis is the alcoholic disease,
I
right?
don't know.
I'm
It
jet
sounds like
lagged. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm so stupid. It's celiac disease, right?
That's something that has
That's
to do
the
with
bread
bread
one.
for sure.
Celiac. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
You know, I'm telling you, the whole jet lag thing. I'm gonna. Okay.
what time is it in Dubai? Because
Yeah,
you
what
just
time
came from
is it?
Dubai.
I know. What time is
It's
it? over there?
probably,
probably
4
late.
a.m.
Let's see.
Oh,
It
my
is-
least favorite hour.
Really?
Oh yeah, I hate waking up at 4. That's when
Oh.
spooky
It
stuff
is.
happens.
It is. Like 2:45 a.m. over there.
Okay, so it's late. And when'd you get back?
2 days ago.
Monday.
Oh my
Less
gosh.
than 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Monday night, and then I was running errands as soon as I got off.
Oh.
And then yesterday I was like, yeah, I woke up early and I was like, dude, this jet lag ain't shit, dude. And then this is true. I'm at the gym and I'm benching 185, and I was like, I usually can do like 3 sets of 10 easily. Not easily, but I could do 3 sets of 10. And I did 2 sets. And I was like, whew, that was tough. And
Jet
then I was like, I
lag.
think I got more in me. Third set, like after the third rep, I was like, and then I'm like that guy
Oh.
at the gym.
Who needs the spot?
Yeah, and then I just like look. I look at a guy. I didn't want to yell out help, so I look at a guy, and then he's just like putting his weight. Oh shit! And then he like helps me up, and then he's like, you should ask for a spot. I was like, I know, but I thought I could do it. I'm jet lagged. He's
Oh.
like, hey man, it happens.
Jet
bro."
lag's a good excuse. Like anything, if I ever like do something in my life that I'm like, I'll just be like jet lag,
Oh.
and
You
then
wanna know-
everyone can be like, oh, jet lag.
You want to know
Yeah.
something funny? I did something similar with Cialis and celiac. Yesterday I was doing Sarah Albright's podcast, and it's about like she has sleep. She's sleep narcoleptic.
Oh, wow.
And then I said sleep narcissism.
She just dreams about herself.
One of our favorite movies is Rat Race.
Oh,
And where
I love that
he has
fucking movie.
narcolepsy and he
it's a race. It's a race.
and just sleep.
I love that
That's
movie.
such a good one.
Dude, Mr. Bean's character was fucking phenomenal.
The
Phenomenal.
memory, we watched that together.
Rowan Atkinson.
20 times.
But the first
We
time
had
we
it on
watched it
DVD.
together, us too.
uh-huh.
And like literally, I just remember crying, laughing.
Never
at that.
laughed so hard.
I want to say that's why I started stand up.
So we had 3 DVDs that my brothers and I memorized like every line. It was Rat Race, She's the Man,
Yep.
Great movie.
Great movie.
and Shrek.
Great movie. I personally like Shrek 2.
No.
I think
You're
that
kidding.
one's the
Better than Shrek?
I do.
I don't even remember Shrek 2.
When she met Fiona, he meets Fiona's
And
parents.
Puss in Boots is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Puss in
Did
Boots.
you watch Puss in Boots?
No,
that
I
latest
haven't
movie?
seen it.
Apparently it's good.
It's so good.
Oh, maybe
it's
we should
so
watch it.
good.
Yeah, maybe.
It hits very.
Yeah.
It hits home.
We were big into Disney Channel original movies and
Mhm.
probably watched Motocrossed like
100 million
Yeah.
times.
I grew up poor. Well, my
You
dad had
didn't
money,
have
we
cable.
didn't, and we were fashionably poor. So like my dad had money, but he didn't spend it on us.
Got
it.
So, wait, speaking of your parents, because a lot of your stand-up does talk about, like, you growing up and, like,
Yeah, it's
the
personal.
themes. Yeah, it's very personal.
Well,
How...
I used to be very observational humor, and I would never want to talk about being Yemeni or Muslim or anything. And then it all started when I, moved to LA, and I was telling my friend Colin and some other guys about the story of my mom. She because I'm not married yet, she thought I was gay, because that's how Yemeni culture is. You just get married early, and English is my mother's second language, so she thought the opposite of straight was tall, not gay. So before I left
Which
Texas,
is not even an
she
opposite.
she goes, Ahmed, to be honest, are you tall? Allah is watching. Are you tall? Like, and I didn't catch that
you
she meant
tall?
gay, and I was like, yeah, I'm tall. So I was like telling my friends this story. I was like, that was weird.
Yeah.
And this was
tall.
during the time I was doing jokes about like dating, and I was doing jokes about like fucking homeless people, like just whatever things, like not. And I didn't want to talk about, because I literally thought no one wants to hear about me being Yemeni or Muslim. No one can relate. And then I told them that story, and they go, dude, that's fucking hilarious. You have to talk about it on stage.
Yeah, I'm tall.
And then, and that's like, it's one of my, like my best bits now, but like it's such a silly bit, but they were like, yeah, no one can relate to like an or Yemeni parents, but they can relate to family, and they
Yep.
can relate to this. And that's why I do like similar joke. Like, I think you heard that joke, right?
I was laughing so hard I probably missed it.
Well, that's the beauty of stand-up is okay, back to creativity. I would listen to my sets, and just like you, I'd be like, I don't want to watch
Yeah.
me on tape, or I don't want to listen to my sets. But then I think to myself, well, I had a good set, and people don't remember what exactly you said. They just remember how you made them feel.
Absolutely. That's what I took from your set when I saw it. It was like he just had the crowd on your side the whole time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I appreciate it. And other things I wanted to mention with creativity.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like you're a business and doing all these aspects, but also it's like do yourself a quarter review. So that's why when her and I wrote our 2023 goals together, January 1st,
Yep.
I was like, every month on the 1st, so May 1st, June 1st, all whatever we call
February 1st.
February 1st, March
March
whatever
1st.
these.
Yeah.
I know.
April 1st.
It's
All the
May
first,
right now.
All the first.
But we call each other and we tell each other, okay, what have you been doing from the goals? Some of it has changed, but that's okay.
One of our goals were podcasting.
Yeah.
And we both.
and
There
we're
you go.
We're on it.
So
And
more
we've
than a quarterly goal or quarterly check-in, it's a monthly check-in.
Right. Monthly check-in with someone, but also a quarterly check-in with yourself. Like that's why I do the Excel spreadsheet on my on how much stage time I do.
So can you tell me
What?
on your? I love the theme of this business, creativity also being a business. So I actually want to, like, what I'm interested in is now I want to go home and make an Excel spreadsheet. And I'm sure that'll be helpful for anyone that, like, needs help, like, just, like,
It helps document
where you
now
are
you
and where
have-
you're going. So you just have it for, like, your stage time.
Oh no, I have like
Can you tell us what your
I think I have like
spreadsheets are?
7 spreadsheets.
Okay, can you go through them for us?
In alphabetical order, please.
All right, I'll pull it up. So
Okay.
I have so I have the stage time spreadsheet. I used to have a spreadsheet for my merch. I will say I haven't been on top of it. I should get my assistant Andy to start helping me with this.
There you go.
I should start texting her like, "Hey, I sold this many T-shirts.
Yeah.
Let's talk." This would be helpful for inventory.
Yeah.
But I have a spreadsheet for my email list.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on, like, if I have a certain city where I have a ton of emails, so, like, I have, like, my U.S. and then my international. But now I have, like, a certain tab for L.A., a tab for San Francisco, a tab for Chicago.
Okay.
So I have spreadsheets for that. I have spreadsheets for, what is the other one? My Monday Fun Day podcast scheduling. So it's all on there, and all of us are all on the Google Drive.
That's what
except
I
my
was gonna
stage
say.
time, they're all on the Google Drive. So if a certain person I want someone to help me with, I just share it, and they have access and they can edit.
And this is helpful even if, like, you're not a stand-up and, like,
I have
you-
tons of Google Sheets going.
Yeah.
Same thing, like all my crocheters, all on Google Sheets. My mailing list, when people add it through my website, it goes
Yeah.
directly to my Google Sheet, so I can keep it all updated there in one nice place.
I like this.
It does
I
really
need to
help.
get on Google Sheets.
I
I almost think I want a Google Sheet for, like, my goals and, like, a quarterly check-in. Like, yes, we call on the phone and, like, talk it out, but maybe more, like, written out, like, actionable. Am I hitting these deadlines and goals?
correct.
So
I have a
that's fun for me, though. That makes me excited. I know that, like, I love a planner and I love those type of things. So I guess that if it doesn't excite you, maybe you don't do that.
Yeah, but
But if
hey,
it excites you, like, you like it. You
I
like
like it.
making spreadsheets. Yeah?
I'm a very visual person. I need something I need to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I got it.
And then you feel like
I
you're
got it.
being productive going towards something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I'm sure I've said this every week. I'm sure
let's hear it again.
I feel like I'm all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I should have known where we were going.
I know.
All over.
She tells me that. I
Yeah.
know. But also, I'm
you have
also
one
all
phone
over-
call with me. I was like, oh, I'm running here. I'm running there. I don't know. So I
I'm
need a
also all over the
spreadsheet.
place, Chase. I
We'll
get
try it. It's a tool, you know. It'll work for some people. Doesn't work for others.
Also,
yeah, you have more.
I use a.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I also use a Google Calendar.
Yeah.
I have a reminder before the podcast. Like anything, like something just pops in my brain. I just go, oh, hey Siri, send me a reminder Friday at 1 p.m. to start on my acting reel editing.
And then she adds it to your list.
and then it adds.
Boom.
So you have another assistant as well.
You've got
Her
Siri
name's
on
Siri.
your phone for free.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah.
Thank you, Siri.
And then
I
she adds
love
it to my
this.
reminders.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do this. I sometimes feel like I'm pushing too much,
Mm-hmm.
but I can handle it.
Clearly, you're doing everything on your list today. I'm
I know I
blown
can
away.
Can I ask another question?
Please.
Or did you have one
No.
before I go? Ahmed.
Mhm.
Are you tall?
How do you answer?
6'2" on Tinder.
So, okay, you were doing stand-up. Obviously, like, you decided pretty young that you wanted to do stand-up. You got a job to support yourself, so your parents couldn't, like, hold you back. And
Not just parents, but just overall
society.
life.
just-
Society. Yeah.
And you got into stand-up. You started in Dallas. You moved out to LA. You were supporting yourself. And when did you decide, like, okay, right now this has been creative, but it hasn't been, this, like, isn't my living. So when did you decide, like, okay, I'm going to take it to the next level, and what am I going to do to take it to the next level? Because I want to hear about your TikTok journey and how you, because it is a business,
Yeah.
knowing how often to post, and
Yeah.
it's like turning it into your
That's a really
full-time
good
job.
question. So
I asked a lot in there, but
yeah.
take
No.
with it what you
Take
will.
whatever breadcrumb you
Yeah,
can
those were just some
chew on.
chew on the bread.
No,
there.
that's a really good question. Fortunately, when I was accountant by day, comedian by night, I really needed to ask myself, am I good enough to to go full time? You know what I mean? And I was about at least 5 years into stand up, and also as a 5-year stand up, I'd say I'm good. I'm good for a 5-year stand up. I'm not trying to compare myself to other 10-year stand ups right now. I'm about almost little over 7 years now into stand up, and I say to myself, for a 7-year stand up comic, I think I'm really good. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to
You're not comparing yourself to John Mulaney.
Yeah, and I was it's I needed the confidence to know I can do this. So I was am I good enough to headline? So in November of 2021, I was what was I visiting? I think I was visiting. It was
TikTok
for a wedding.
headquarters.
No, right. That's funny. No, it had nothing to do with TikTok. See, social media, it was just a tool for me. But TikTok and Instagram gave me the confidence to be able to promote myself so that I can go full time. But back to to your question, it's am I good enough to be headlining clubs everywhere? And November of 2021, I think I was visiting for a wedding or something, but I was I'm gonna book a show. I'm gonna headline. I'm gonna do an hour, and I'm gonna see if I could do it. And I promised myself not to do any crowd work that time, and I didn't do any crowd work. I just wanted to know if I had an hour of material. Now, I had I had 50 minutes, 40 minutes of it were strong, but I was I think this is good
40
enough.
minutes strong is amazing.
Which is still
really
good.
great.
No, which was still
Amazing.
good.
Yeah.
For a 5-year stand-up, I was okay, it was still good. And I really was being honest with myself. I did 50 minutes, and I remember being it was funny, but they were okay with it, and it's not strong enough. But a strong 40 minutes of it was actually really strong. And then I was okay, all right, I think I have what it takes. But it just gave me that confidence. Creatively, I think I could. I said it. Right, that confidence to get the gabagoo, the sugar goo. There you go. That's what I do. That's
Give me the confidence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My confidence shimmy. And I really someone gave me really good advice about it. She said all the money that you're making with accounting, just set it to the side and see if you're making enough money to pay for your expenses.
Yep.
Good advice.
Really good advice. So I did that around January. I was all the money I was
or
making.
shall I say bread vice?
It rhymes.
Is that good?
Great one. That's a really good one. And she gave me really good advice about that. What was I gonna say?
I'm so sorry.
I
cut you off.
assume
No,
though,
you're good.
with that advice, it was actually working. You were earning enough through
Right,
stand up,
right.
and you didn't
At the
need
time-
to tap into that.
Yeah, at the time I was because I was making more money on Instagram and Facebook Reels and TikTok. This was before Meta fucked us all over.
The
financially.
algorithm.
And I was I need help. All right, bike tour guide, let's do this. But at the time, and I was getting some corporate gigs too, and I was okay, I think I'm
Wow.
financially.
Corporate gigs.
I hear
Good
pretty
money.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. And so I set all the accounting money I was just putting in my savings, and then I was just focused solely on
The income you were getting.
from everything else. And by the time I quit my job in March, I quit before they could fire me, to be honest, because also at that point I had one foot in accounting and one foot in comedy, and it was getting too much. I was posting every day, but also getting corporate and all these other opportunities and ad deals. And then at the same time, I'm, it's year end and we need to be,
Yeah. It's
and we have a
time to
lot of
crunch
work
the
to
numbers.
do. And it's just something. And before, for the longest time, it was always accounting by day, comedian by night. And then when we had busy season, like month end close, year end, quarter end, I would just put comedy as on cruise control. Like I'll do a show here and there, but I was mainly focusing on work. But I just couldn't. And I was talking with Hassan Ahmad, and he goes, what's it called? He was like, hey, man, just quit your job now. And I was like, no, but you got to think logically about this. And he goes, you can only be so logical when following your dreams.
Aww.
That's beautiful.
And then that gave me, I was like, you're so
That is
fucking
really
right.
It's like that was the
beautiful.
little cherry on top after doing everything so smart. I feel like
Yeah.
leading up to it, that just
It was
kind of like
just make the jump.
pushed you
But yeah,
over.
But the advice what Tenny gave me, that's her name. Like she was a chartered CFHP chart. Oh no, CHFP. She was
yeah,
like a
we
chartered.
won't know
Yeah,
that.
me
We
neither.
don't know
I don't
that.
know. Shit.
That's
I don't know.
not
I don't
something
fucking
we
know.
know.
CHCP, whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
But she's the one that gave me the advice about like setting your money to the side, accounting money and stuff. And after that, I just made the jump, went full time, and yeah, now we're here.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
so far so good, and it's still a constant learning process. And being able to like do all these cities and headline, you become like, I'm more confident as a like stand up. I'm a better joke writer too. Like you have all this stage time,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like I don't know, I feel good about this decision.
I absolutely.
I think it's a great decision, and something that
Amen.
also could give you peace of mind. Not that you'll ever do this, but it's like you still have those skills. If you ever had to get a more traditional job again, you could. But I don't think you ever will.
You know what?
because
Someone
you are so talented.
Yeah.
someone told
Thank
me
you. I appreciate
that because I sometimes do casting directing, and I'm always like, oh, that's so nice because it's just a paycheck and it's easier just to like have a boss and this and that. And someone was telling me like that option is always there. I can always do that.
it. Be an accountant.
But no, a casting director.
Oh yeah.
I can't ever be an accountant. That won't be happening. But the opportunity to like go for it as a stand-up won't always, like, it does get tougher, like, and this is a really good time to just go for it when I don't have a family or kids, and like
Oh dude.
So-
Not
Yeah.
as much risk.
just
yeah.
like that option to go back is always there, but why not go for it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know like this is along with morning pages and everything. It's good to be grateful for the positions that we're in, to be able.
Absolutely.
Also with creativity, it's like to also be creative and have that permission. That's a privilege, and I'm very grateful to be in that position.
Well, you like, I'm snapping. Every time I snap, a new video has just been released by Ahmed. Your content is boom, boom, boom. You always have so many funny videos and ideas. And I think we just breezed over that because a lot of people coming up with content
Yeah.
is so difficult, and you're just knocking it out. So what is your process?
Okay. I will say this. I've always been like a ideas guy though.
You're
like,
an ideas guy.
And I loved living with Ryan, and I can't believe I didn't bring him up earlier, but living with Ryan was a huge inspiration.
And who's Ryan?
Ryan Kelly, youth pastor Ryan on social media. He and I did a lot of videos together. He was my roommate.
And living with someone you
And
could
living
create
with someone
content
to
with
create
seems
content.
incredible.
And there was our whole lives living together, or the 2.5 years lived together. Most of
Our
it
whole
was
life.
Our-
2.5 years.
our whole lives living together, which is 2.5 years. I'm so stupid, but I would just go in his room and I go, Ryan, I have an idea, and it would either be like a really good idea, and I'm like, let's just fucking try it, and he was down, and it would either be a video that
so
would
your
go
ideas,
well, or a video that went
and
viral.
you're
but it was
fine
just
if it doesn't go well. You don't let that get you down.
content is not art. Content is content.
Uh-huh.
You're just getting shit out there.
Okay.
Now, there's times where I'll be like, I need to get a video out there for the sake of the algorithm, and then it's a shit video that I'm not proud of. But now, like, I will get a video, and I will really try to flesh out the idea even better before I release it or drop it. I'm now dropping more like stand-up clips, because I've been writing a lot more jokes, and there's certain jokes I could just put it out there. And then I'm also posting. I have some more like sketches that I need to
That's
film.
what I was watching. Your sketches with the white. You have them labeled, and you do. They're sketches
Which
on
one?
your Instagram.
Yeah. Which sketch?
Well, I was looking at the one about don't send nudes.
Oh yeah, the whiteboard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and my friend Kevin, we have a series called Fuckboy Rehab, and to be fair, it's 2 years ago we posted, but
You're reposting.
but we're reposting it.
But see, for people looking at it for the first time, I would have never known that.
Exactly, and people don't know about this series, and it still holds up.
I guess.
And we're just reposting that, and which is good. It's giving me some breathing room because I've been touring so much.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me just post this content out.
To stay current, put things out there and not let it go.
Exactly.
Go cold.
And then in between, like after the hike, I'm going to look through my stand-up footage and start clipping them up and put those out too.
Oh, you're so inspiring.
You are. I
much
literally
just,
deleted Instagram on my phone this morning because I got so frustrated. So.
Right. And then before, I really want to talk about like the thing that I was gonna bring up. Before
Oh
we
my
started
gosh!
recording.
Yes.
I love I'm extremely extroverted, so I'm very grateful for that. I get it from my dad and my family, and if I have my 8 hours sleep, I want to go out and I want to like experience new things. So tour guiding is one thing, but it's also when I have a Friday night that I don't have shows, I like to go watch comedy because this is my favorite thing. I like watching stand-up.
You love comedy.
Yeah. I like watching stand-up comedy, or I like watching other artists, or I love music. So like a couple months ago, I went to this it was like some creative artist party, and they were featuring all these rappers, local rappers in LA, and it was just nice just watching. You know, it was like kind of what we do, like showcase shows. It's just a showcase of all these rappers doing their thing, representing themselves. And, you know, I ended up just meeting a couple. There's one particular guy named Solo Dolo, and he and I are good friends now. But, like, just watching his performance, like, he has this one song about Too Long. I'm not a good rapper, and I don't want to try to mimic, but but just overall, his performance was amazing. And he's just, like, his energy was infectious, and just watching his thing just like inspired me as a stand-up of what do I got to do to step up my game, and not just with music but with other things, other forms of art. And because we live in LA, we live in such a creative city, and you could just see slam poetry, you could see, you know, from music, you could see random improv shows, you could see, I was watching a clown show just for fun. Let's just see what happens. And it was nice. It was a good experience.
I've taken clown classes.
I've been to one of the clown shows.
But it was nice to
I
just
didn't get
experience
as inspired
now,
as you did.
watching stand-up comedy, it's like it always like inspires you, or just being like, damn, like, or just watching an old comedian that you haven't seen in a while, then you see him on stage, and like they grew so much, and you're like, wow, this person is amazing.
Watching people, and for like artists like you, like seeing other artists work, like it definitely is a form of inspiration for
one
yourself.
of my favorite, like last time I'm so inspired, my friend Andre Kelly, he's like, I don't know if you've seen him around. He's like an older comedian. He's like big black gay dude. He's so fucking funny. And he has this one joke that he says, and it makes me laugh so hard. He goes, I was hanging out with my girlfriends. And one of my girls, she's looking at other people. She's just judging. And at one point, she looks at me. She goes, oh my God, Andre, look at her. Look at her, Andre. Andre, if I ever get that fat, just shoot me. And I looked at her. I said, bitch, bang. I was dying. And the whole time I'm in my car, and I just go, bitch, bang.
Bitch, bang.
And I was like, I need to have a joke that where the punchline is so catchy, where
people are thinking about it.
People are in their cars, are just like, bitch, bang. Like,
I saw Anthony Jeselnik at the Comedy Store a couple weeks ago, and he had a joke. And maybe I shouldn't say it, but anyways, I didn't record it. This is my
memory.
Yes. He goes, a friend of mine asked me if I would be the sperm donor for her baby, and I really had to think about it. I asked, "How old is your baby?" I haven't gotten
It's
that
so
joke
dark.
out of my head for a long time.
Dude, that's funny. I went and saw Anthony Jeselnik a while back, and he has a joke that's still stuck in my head. It's gosh, he's such a good writer.
He's such a good writer.
He says, growing up, my parents used to put me up on the kitchen wall and measure my girth.
So these stick.
Yeah.
These stick.
And
But
then you're inspired.
And you're like, God damn it, he's such a good comedian. Anthony Jeselnik.
Well, speaking like you going
Yeah.
out and seeing all these people and taking in all this creativity, it just shows how much you love what you do too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta love what you
for
do.
sure.
And
even if I'm like headlining, I'm watching the openers. I'm in the back and I'm trying to see like.
Judging? What do you mean?
And I looked at, I said, "Bitch, bang."
Bitch bang. Yeah, no, just like
No, I'm curious. I would tell them like. I would go up to them and be like, "Hey, like the host or the guest or whatever was like, great set. By the way, I really like this specific joke
Yeah.
of yours. It was really good." Or like at the Dubai Comedy Festival, when I had time, because we had the 9 p.m. show that what we were doing, but the 7 p.m. show were all the local comedians who live in Dubai, and I was going just to watch their sets.
Yeah.
And I was just curious to see like what's their version of humor.
I
what's
find
their
watching other comics also, I'll get like I used to go to open mics and someone would like tell a joke and I'd be like, "Oh, I'll copy that joke." Just kidding. I would it would just like spark inspiration for an idea for a joke.
It's parallel thinking. Like everyone has like a similar like premise. Like sometimes like I remember like doing a joke about like everyone has an astrology joke.
Yeah.
if you
Oh, I
live
thought
in
you were going to say
LA.
Australian joke.
Australian joke. Right. And I had a joke about being a Gemini, and then this guy comes up to me. He was like, "Oh, I have the same joke about being a Gemini." I got the same joke, and then he tells me his joke, and I go, "Okay, it's not the same."
it's not the exact.
I was like,
same.
"We just have the same premise." He was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
It's like, "Yeah, dude." Like,
Your birthday's coming up.
yeah, June 18. I turned 30.
Wow, big one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you
what-
have any goals for yourself? Like, are you a goal-setting person? Like,
Right.
by 30, I want to accomplish X, Y, or Z.
It's coming right up.
It is.
I know, right? I mean, I should have planned that a year ago. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing well for my age. And
You're doing better than most for your age.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Well, that actually brings me to a little Twitter statement I found.
All
You
right.
wrote on March 11th.
I wrote this
Yeah.
March 11th of what?
London does
This year.
research
She's
on
got
the
receipts.
guests.
London's-
Of this year?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I hit a milestone recently, and for some reason, I still feel like I'm not good enough.
Oh, yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. I really want to work on this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Is there any
March
insight to
11th.
what you were feeling?
That was my birthday.
It may have
I'm
been.
happy to
It may
know.
have been a different year. If you
No,
don't
it was
post
prob-
that
no, it
much.
was
No,
probably earlier
that
this
sounds
year.
about
Because
right.
I rarely post.
Okay.
March, we were like,
Yeah, I hit
Our
a...
What was
talks
the
were low.
milestone?
No, I hit 1 year of going stand-up full-time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
It was a great milestone.
You and Chase have something to celebrate March
Right.
11th every year.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
never forget your stand-up anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And at that point, I was just comparing myself to other comedians who are doing better than, quote unquote, better than me.
mm-hmm.
But then I've gotten over it. So it's been March. It's been what, 2 months
Yeah.
since March? Yeah. So it's been 2
I'd
months.
say
No,
2.5, maybe
2.5
3.
months. But
Yeah.
I have gotten better about not comparing myself to certain people. It was more like just, I have my own journey. I'm on my own journey.
Ahmed and I you called me one day and just said, "Chase, I'm scrolling on Instagram and I'm sad."
Oh, the thief
I
of
didn't-
joy.
Yeah, or something like that.
I
We're
was like, damn,
yeah,
I really got in my head about
we're
it. Yeah.
looking at people that are doing better than us.
All right, that's a That's a pretty good impression of
That's
me.
a good goal for all of us for your 30th
No,
birthday.
but
No
really
more
I
to
love that you
combine.
brought it up. I think this is so relatable.
It is.
Yeah, it's really just like I don't want their lives. Really, like specific comedians that like who are like blowing up. The only thing I'm jealous maybe is just like, oh, they're selling more tickets, therefore they're at a better financial position than me. But also, you know, I'm a tour guide.
You're a tour guide,
I'm a
and
tour guide, and I have some good things going for me.
and obviously, if we keep
And
the
it's-
passion of what we do just like at the forefront and what we love, the prime priority, it's all gonna happen. It is. I truly believe it. As cheesy as it is.
I believe it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
we always ask our guests a fun question.
All right.
Oh, it's fun. Get ready.
If you
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, buckle up.
Buckle up. If you were to have a different life,
In a completely different universe.
different universe, what are 5 different lives you would want to have?
Anything is possible. This isn't this life. Like you could be
Guys,
an astrologer.
Yeah.
I've thought about this so many fucking times.
Pull up the
Perfect.
Excel spreadsheet. Let's go.
Okay, 5 alternate lives.
All right. One, and I fantasize this about a lot. If comedy were to go away now, I would hike. I would do the how many day hike? I would hike the whole PCT.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's like a
So- Reese
3 month,
Witherspoon.
3
Yeah,
month
it's a
hike.
3-month hike. So I'll hike for 3 months on the PCT. I'll just be hiking. I'll just be.
That's one of my
I'll
alternate
travel.
lives.
I'll literally travel the world and hike. I did a 4-day hike at Bryce Canyon, Utah. This was like April of 2021. But I want to go. I want to just hike.
That's
would love that.
literally one of my alternate lives. There's a YouTuber that just films himself hiking,
I would be
and
doing
he has
that.
millions
Yeah.
of views,
I
so you
would
know
be
he's
doing-
making a lot of money. It's the best. Okay, next.
Yeah,
Next.
I would be doing
Great
that.
choice.
I'd be doing that. And then second, as dumb as it sounds, I would probably just be in Dallas living with my family. I would just be working on the All American Flooring, the
Wait,
family
no,
business.
but
Yeah.
you seem like this is an
this isn't
alternate
great.
life that you can do whatever you want.
No, I would want that.
You want that? Okay,
no,
okay,
I would
okay,
want
great.
that. I know it seems like a boring life.
No, it
No,
doesn't. It
it
was the way
doesn't.
you were describing it.
Yeah. But I would work, but it would just be with my family.
Yeah.
Like, I love my family.
In the
They're-
family business
I'd
and
be
just
working
a
the
part
family
of it.
business, and it would be cool. Like alternate universe, I would probably be doing like social media and marketing for them. My mom has a cake business. I would like promote that, and then
Yeah.
I'd probably have like a wife and kid. No, I probably wouldn't have. Honestly, all 5 versions, I
No
wouldn't have a
wife and
wife and kids. Maybe one of those versions is a gay Ahmed, honestly, but like, but like all those versions, no wife or kids.
Okay, okay.
So hiking
Family
guy,
business.
family business. I would want to be doing philanthropy work, so I'd be working for the UN.
Ooh,
Great
Like
answer.
Great
not the
answer.
UN, sorry, UNHCR.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'd be working over there. Like Dubai is one of their main one of the main warehouse
Cool.
locations. So I'd probably like go over there, like,
Travel.
just doing humanitarian work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. Damn. Okay.
I know you've given some good ones already.
Really good
so
ones.
Thank
You
you.
have thought about those.
Yeah.
I have. I would let's see. I'd be a porn star. No, I'm just kidding.
It could be.
No.
no
make-
judgment here.
No,
make
no,
good
no.
money.
I wouldn't
You
be
do
a porn
whatever you
star.
want.
Whatever you
Whatever
want,
you
Ahmed.
want.
They're
Whatever
so,
you want.
They're so supportive. They're so supportive. We want you to be a porn
Yeah, if
star.
you wanna
Ahmed.
be
If
a
that's what
porn
you want,
star.
that's what we want.
That's what we want.
No, I wouldn't be a porn star. No, I would be honestly, I would be just like living in New York. I like New York. And I'd probably just like I don't know.
You'd have a
like,
trust fund and just live in
Live in New York.
Yeah, just be I don't know, like what's specific. I'd probably just have a job and like this like similar to what I'm doing with the family business, but I'd probably be working in New York.
You
Like,
just want
have,
a
like,
simple 9 to 5.
Wear a
a
suit.
simple 9 to 5 job working in New York. But I'll be working in finance in New York.
You'd work on
There
Wall
we go.
Street.
Yeah, like
Wall
accounting.
Street.
You'd be a Wall Street guy
I'd be
in New
doing
York.
accounting and finance in New York.
And then you'd have a private jet and you'd just have
Something
a
like
nice
that.
life. in
Fly
New
home
York.
to your helipad.
Right.
Yeah.
I just assume Wall Street men all have private jets.
Correct. Or I'd be like some entrepreneur in New York.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
I
that.
love that. Fun.
And then last but certainly not least, and I've thought about this,
Okay.
I would just be a beach bum.
That's
like
be-
lovely.
you would
Yeah.
live on the beach in a tent.
I'd live in an RV in the parking lot of Santa Monica.
And
up
just
here.
chill.
And just chill. I'd
That's-
be a beach bum.
Yep.
Love that. You
and then I'd
have
be
you
like,
thought
damn,
about that
it's
a lot.
getting cold and stuff. Let me, I'm gonna save. I've been saving up some money. I'm flying out to Hawaii and be a beach bum over there.
Oh, that's the place to
That's
be a
the
beach
place to
bum.
be.
I'd much rather be a beach bum
I'd be a
in
beach
Hawaii.
bum, and because I'm brown and not white, like they won't be like fucking colonizer.
Yeah.
The Hawaiians wouldn't. The
They wouldn't
Hawaiians
call
would
you-
probably accept me. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions. You know, they'd
I
be like,
think
"Wow,
they'd
this is
accept you.
this is one skinny ass Samoan dude."
So I really would like to be a full-time hiker and a beach bum in Hawaii. Those two I really relate to. That sounds great. Really nice vibe.
Nice
alternate lives.
answers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Really
about
nice.
what are y'all's lives?
Oh,
Oh,
we do
we've
'em every
touched
week.
on this, you know.
Just give me one.
My
of them.
favorite is the costume designer for the CIA.
Oh,
I would
wow,
love
you'd
to
be-
get those spies ready.
You'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
great.
I say hiker a lot. One, I thought it would be really cool to have an alternate life where I like own a dog shelter, and I just like walk dogs.
Wait, can
I
I
play with
change one
dogs.
of them?
Sure.
I'd have a cat cafe.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
I used to foster cats back in Dallas. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be taking care of cats, and I'd have a cat cafe and call it Kitty Corner.
Oh, so cute.
So cute.
And then some guys would think Kitty Corner would be like a prostitution ring, but they'd be coming in super confused.
And then
be
your
like, hey, y'all got any
Instagram-
kitties? I'm like, yeah, dude, we got all. sorts."
We got them all.
Your
How much you
Instagram would
charge?
be Ahmed Loves Cats.
Yes.
It would be Ahmed Loves Cats.
Yeah, that'd be your alternate.
Honestly, I might as well just do that. If I like hit a level where I don't have to like travel anymore, and
Ahmed
I
loves
got
cats.
Hollywood money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
Cat
open up
cafe.
a cat cafe. Or I'll just save cats around the world.
Oh. Well, in the meantime, your social media is not Ahmed Love Cats. It's
Ahmed Loves Bread.
and where can everyone find you? What's your shows
Tik-
coming up?
yes,
And just promote
so-
yourself. Plug away.
Yeah, so TikTok, Instagram, but just all socials. Ahmed Loves Bread. And when will this come out?
It'll be probably July or end of June.
Okay, so I'll be in New York City July 2nd, Philly July 6th, Austin July 13th, July 21st, 22nd I'll be in Dallas, and by then it'll be the end of my American tour for a bit, and then Europe I will be in. I'll do my European tour with Sammy Obeid. We'll be doing Copenhagen either the 14th or the 13th of August. And then we got Amsterdam August 20th. And then stay tuned. We'll be doing London together as well.
Ooh.
And then in November, I'm going to be setting that up later. Stay tuned. I'll be working on a Middle Eastern tour. So
Woo!
Ahmed!
That's amazing. International, baby.
this was so much fun. Please
Wasn't
have me
it?
back.
Yes.
Oh, we'd be honored to have you back. And it was an honor to have you today. And thank you so much for sharing your insights. It was very helpful for me.
Absolutely. I
I'm
didn't expect
inspired.
the accountant kind of twist to
Yeah,
this.
I'm
And
inspired
I
to
think
make
it's so
spreadsheets.
valuable. So thank you so much.
Ahmed.
Thank you guys
You
so
can
much for
find
having me.
London at Made by London on Instagram.
And you can find Chase at Chase O'Donnell on Instagram.
Chase_O'Donnell.
Sorry, Chase _ O'Donnell.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, if you wouldn't mind, if
Just
you're still
subscribe,
listening, okay, it would really help if you subscribe.
like, share.
And then on the podcast app, you can go ahead and it says leave a review. You click 5 stars and then you write a review that's like, love the show, whatever. Just like literally, that's it.
I
but-
should start doing that.
But I think
on my
it really
podcast.
helps get eyes on. The more reviews or something, it pushes the podcast forward.
Fuck, I need to start doing that. Yeah, also, I have a podcast called
There-
Monday Fun Day
Yes,
Podcast.
yes.
And Chase is on it.
Yes,
Twice.
and you can also leave a 5
hit
star
the 5
review.
stars. Say that was really great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, here I am just assuming you're gonna give us 5 stars.
Hey, we got to put it out
If
there
you're
in the
not
universe.
gonna give us 5 stars, you don't need to leave a review. Just if you want to leave the 5 stars. Okay.
Well,
thank
on that
you.
note, thank you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Stay creative.
Stay
Boom.
creative.